What is going on, guys? Brandon here, and we're heading to the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. It is actually one day after Hurricane Irma, so we figured it'd be like a perfect chance to head right over to the Magic Kingdom. I don't think it's going to be that crowded just because of the fact that a lot of people have evacuated. So we're gonna go right on over to Magic Kingdom and we're gonna see what it's like. As I was saying earlier, it is one day after Hurricane Irma. The parks are now open for the most part, like all of the Walt Disney World Parks and Universal. The only parks that aren't open are Legoland, SeaWorld Orlando, and Busch Gardens Tampa.
Please stay away from any power lines that have fallen or are sagging. Call 800-228.
As we are approaching one of the billboards for Pandora, the World of Avatar, Disney's Animal Kingdom, I was actually debating on whether I was going to go to Animal Kingdom today, but I'm sure they have a lot of damage over there, so kind of staying away from Animal Kingdom for right now. Well, we are now approaching the Walt Disney World arches, and I was here just about a few days ago when there was like nobody around at all, so everything should be back to normal now. Let me grab a couple photos. Yeah. We're seeing a lot of trees down, but for the most part, no major damage, and I'm glad to see that Walt Disney World is safe. Well, this is quite interesting, everybody. All of the like tolls are open, but there aren't a lot of people here, at least like approaching the Magic Kingdom. Oh, by the way, look at all the cool like Halloween decorations. There's one of the signs that fell down, like the road signs. There it is. So there is some more damage here. You can see the parking sign has like fallen, but maybe other than signs, not a whole lot of like structural damage. By the way, guys, I didn't mention what time it is. It is right now 8:30 in the morning, and we're parking all the way by the front. So we're not going to walk a whole lot, but you know, interesting that there just aren't that many people here. We really did get a spot near the front. You guys can see parked in this area, and right on over here is the TTC. Just wanted to show you guys the TTC this morning. Again, very, very light crowds. It's actually very relaxed here. Nobody's really in a big rush to get to the parks. People are just taking it easy and slowly getting over. Like, it's really interesting. Very different environment than what it usually is. We're gonna get on the monorail and head over to Magic Kingdom.
On the handrail throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no smoking, please. Thank you. Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort, a part of Disney Vacation Club. Entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 16 lands of the Magic Kingdom. Smoking is not permitted at the Magic Kingdom, except in designated areas. Please consult your guide map or ask a cast member for locations. If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors until the monorail stops completely and the doors open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Magic Kingdom monorail station. Ladies and gentlemen, please collect your belongings. Watch your head and step, and take small children by the hand. We hope you enjoy your day at the Magic Kingdom.
Well, I have officially never seen the Magic Kingdom this empty for like 9 a.m. A very, very different atmosphere than what I'm generally used to. And let me also mention, the weather is great. I mean, it's nice and sunny. I don't see any clouds in the atmosphere. So great weather today, but not busy at all. Really interesting. Now, as far as closures go, I don't know like what's going to be open and what's not. I would imagine that the railroad will be running on some kind of delay, if opening at all, because you know, of all the trees and stuff that might be down. Jungle Cruise might also not be open. I know Splash Mountain is under a refurbishment. So we will just have to do what's open, of course. But I'm very excited, and let's head in and have an awesome magical day. And one last view of the main entrance for the Magic Kingdom before we head in. We're gonna go through the Disney Annual Pass entrance. I actually have to renew my annual pass before I leave today, so I'm reminding myself in the vlog.
Well, it's coming green.
And there is a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tonight from like 7 to midnight, so I wonder how busy that would be. I might end up actually doing that if it like doesn't pick up, if the crowds are gonna be low. Might not be a bad night to do it, so we'll see. Well, we're about to approach Main Street and see what it looks like. As far as news goes, they're building a new like theater back there, pretty sure, and we have Tron coming, you know, at some point in the next 4 years. Next to the Emporium, they are doing a refurbishment on one of these buildings. As you guys can see, they removed the tarp in preparation for Hurricane Irma. They haven't put it back up though, so hopefully soon we'll see it go back up. But there's another building kind of over by Casey's on the end of Main Street, and we'll cover that as well.
Sorry.
Here is a current look at Main Street with the crowds. Not bad at all for the Magic Kingdom. From what we've seen in the past, this is definitely not bad. And here's that other building I was talking about. As you guys can see, they do have the exterior scaffolding around the building, but the tarp is missing. So I kind of want to say this feels like extra magic hours or something, you know, of that nature. It doesn't feel like a normal day at the Magic Kingdom, obviously, you know, because it's not crowded at all.
Magic Kingdom will be opening. We encourage you to make your way to Cinderella Castle for a very special presentation. Thank you.
They don't have like any ropes or anything up, so everybody's kind of going back. I wonder if they already opened the attractions, maybe thinking that it would be really crowded. It is 9 o'clock a.m. right now though, or almost 9 o'clock a.m. I did want to include the park opened at 7:45 in the morning for a special ticketed event called Early Morning Magic, and it's a separate event you have to get, you know, separate tickets for, but it includes only the Fantasyland area. So I'm guessing that the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has been running since 7, maybe 30 in the morning. One question I get the most from people visiting Walt Disney World is, what is the best time of year to visit? You know, when is it least crowded? I think we found out. So I can't say that for every hurricane, but at least for Hurricane Irma, we're not seeing a lot of crowds right away. They did open pretty much all of the attractions early. They probably thought that they were gonna get like slammed with crowds since they've been closed for what, like 2 days? And so, yeah, we're going to just enjoy it. I love, you know, the fact that everything's open and we're gonna be able to ride everything. Well, the jewels appear to be missing, and one of the screens is kind of tinted a little, probably due to Hurricane Irma. I'm just noticing this now. I was here the other day. It looks like they repainted some of these like fences here at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, at least in the exit area. So I don't know like the specific date that that was done, but it must have been done recently. I am now heading over to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad here at the Magic Kingdom. Before I do that though, I wanted to get some like off-ride views of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so we're gonna do that right now. Over here by the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, they definitely changed a few things over the summer. They definitely added some more trees around the track. So here's some tree damage. Unfortunately, they did get a few trees that came down and some a little bit more damage over there. But it looks like for the most part, you know, no trees directly over any of the pathways. They're definitely probably working to fix this soon, so in the near future they will have some new trees up and just kind of clear the area. I wonder what they're going to do in this particular situation. Trees haven't fallen down completely, but they're definitely leaning, so they'll probably end up removing them or trying to find some kind of solution. Here's a better view of the leaning trees. And then we have the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train right here. While I'm here in Liberty Square, I thought I'd show you guys the status for Hall of Presidents.
Roll call, Thomas Jefferson. Hi-ho.
Well, the Hall of Presidents is not currently open. They're actually remodeling it, or they're welcoming the new president, President Trump. I'm not exactly sure. They haven't announced a date for when they're going to reopen. We were thinking Independence Day, but they kind of pushed it back. So hopefully soon, though, we will have the Hall of Presidents open. We'll welcome the new president. I did mention earlier in the vlog that Splash Mountain is currently closed for a scheduled refurb. Now, as we look at Splash Mountain, we actually can see a little bit of damage. I mean, I wouldn't even say damage. I would just say some tree branches that have fallen down there. You can see some of the branches and leaves in there. So that will be an interesting, you know, cleanup process. But there's Splash Mountain. It's all drained out. This is how they conduct their refurbishments. They, you know, drain it all out, and then they kind of repaint everything. When Splash Mountain goes down for an annual refurbishment, we don't generally see that in the fall time. It's generally after Christmas, kind of in February and sometimes early in January, you know, but generally not during the fall time. So this tells me that we could potentially see another major attraction here at the Magic Kingdom go down for a refurbishment after Christmas. As we approach Splash Mountain, you will see we have fences up all the way around, and that just tells us, you know, obviously attraction is, you know, not open. We might be able to get some views, but because of the walls, not a whole lot. We have some kind of light post right here. I'm pretty sure that's for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That's generally not up. Could be for another event, but yeah, let's head over to Big Thunder Mountain. Here's probably the best view of the scaffolding that we'll get from the outside of the attraction. It's looking all right. I mean, they're doing some repainting, obviously. Right now they're not though, but they'll kind of resume the refurbishment soon. And since the hurricane came through, they may have to push back the refurbishment a little bit. That probably was not taken into consideration before they scheduled the refurbishment. Now that I am a local and I go to the parks very often, it doesn't bother me too much when I see one of the major attractions closed, because I know I'll be able to come back in the near future and ride it. But I do remember when I wasn't a local and I used to come here on vacations, back in 2012, I was here and Big Thunder Mountain was closed, and that did upset me quite a bit, walking up there and seeing the walls, because I didn't always check the refurbishment schedule before vacations. But it's always good to do that, so just keep in mind, if you have a vacation, always check the refurbishment schedules, because you never know when you might walk up to your favorite attraction and see this sign. And we also have a few walls up by the Fast Pass and standby queue line entrances. We are here in the queue line for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and it's looking good. It's looking great, nice and clear. So for the most part, Disney really didn't get any damage at all.
Brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Cuide a sus pequeñitos. Muchas gracias.
Howdy, partners! For your feet and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, just remove them, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
So this is awesome, like no wait for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. There's just dispatching like empty mine trains, not many guests, you know, on them. We're doing another zoom in on Splash Mountain from the other side, and you guys can see a lot of the scaffolding up. I think they're gonna try to give me my own mine train.
Howdy, partners! For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, just remove them, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
So I wanted to thank the amazing Big Thunder Mountain Railroad cast members for getting me on my own mine train. That was spectacular. I think it's even better when you get your own mine train. I feel like the ride, I don't know if it goes faster. I wouldn't say it goes faster, but it just feels smoother. It's definitely a very fun ride. I will be riding this attraction one more time, but I'm not going to film it this time. Just gonna get some pictures for Twitter. Do be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's at BrandonBlogs _, and then my Instagram is just at BrandonBlogs. And so you can definitely follow me on social media. I try to post live updates. I sometimes will do live streams and other cool things like that. So if you want to like keep up with me at the parks or find me, that's how you know. as you guys can see, we do have a tree that has fallen down near Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, actually on Tom Sawyer's Island. And we just got off this attraction, and it is awesome. Love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Some of the exterior scaffolding does extend over the drop, just so that they can, you know, get to all of the areas. You may not be able to see, but inside Splash Mountain, you know, at the top, they do have some scaffolding above the, you know, the top of the lift. This is like nice and calm and relaxing. Park is not busy at all. Like, everybody's just casually walking around, taking their time. For those of you wondering what the damage is looking like, I wanted to also show you guys over here by the hub. We do have a tree that has fallen over there, and then we have kind of like the stub of the tree right there. One of them fell, but that one was like cleaned up. And then we also have a stub right here. It looks like happy. We're back in the hub, and I wanted to show you guys more of it during, or actually after Hurricane. What was I gonna say? Was I gonna say during Hurricane Irma? Anyways, so we're here in the hub, and turning around, not busy at all. Very low crowds. Here's a fun fact for you guys. The Cinderella Castle was actually built to withstand hurricanes, just like many of the other buildings around here at Walt Disney World. But they knew when they were building the Cinderella Castle that, you know, the Florida weather is so unpredictable, so they did want to make sure that they built it with a very strong foundation. I am now going to enter Tomorrowland and see what the wait time for Space Mountain is. It is now time for Space Mountain, and since you know, the crowds are very low, they're not even displaying a wait time, it is walk-on.
Wheelchairs must transfer into
I'm a pro. Wait a second.
Thank you. Enjoy.
This is my favorite thing in the queue line. So not only is Space Mountain a walk-on, both sides are operating, and we're gonna get right on. I love the way this looks. This is incredible. We are now boarding our space shuttle. Oh, it's not working. That was fun. We're gonna ride it on the other side and see if the lights are working through the tunnel. So I am now in the gift shop for Space Mountain, and guess what they have, guys? They have the shirt that I'm actually wearing right now. It says Mickey Mouse and turkey legs and monorails and churros and Space Mountain. They also sell it at the Disneyland Resort, and it's like a generic shirt. It could work with any Disney park, because, you know, every park has Mickey Mouse and turkey legs and monorails and churros and Space Mountain. I mean, I think every Disney resort does. So that's pretty awesome. I am over here by the Tomorrowland Speedway, and the last time I was in this particular area was around June, so it's been a little while. But during the summer, they actually announced the fact that the Tron Light Cycle Power Run Coaster will be going over there behind the Tomorrowland Speedway, and so it's going to be back here. So Space Mountain is right here, and you're going to walk like kind of back here, and that's where Tron Light Cycle Power Run will be. Now, I find it interesting that they are going to build another e-ticket attraction next to Space Mountain. We'll have two e-ticket attractions right next to each other. That should be interesting. But when Tron opens up, we may see the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train go down for a refurbishment. We'll just have to wait and see. And we are now on the other side of Space Mountain. I wanted to include the fact that we have a bunch of trees here, and beyond the railroad tracks, it's all undeveloped land, so it makes great sense for them to put Tron here. I think it fits in with, you know, the theme of Tomorrowland. I do think that it will be a great hit. So at some point in the next few years, I'm guessing that they will put a wall up and close off this area, starting from the area of Space Mountain and the Tomorrowland Speedway, going all the way back to Storybook Circus with the Barnstormer, and then they'll begin construction for Tron. We do not know exactly what they plan on doing with the fact that there's a lot of, smoking areas around here. Hopefully they will take them out and, start to put in Tron, and I will be very excited to ride Tron. I've always wanted to ride it. Seeing, how it looks at Shanghai Disneyland, it looks phenomenal. We might also see them kind of restructure the railroad tracks, so I'm not entirely sure if they plan on keeping the railroad. From the concept art, we did see Tron being kind of built back there, and then you walking up to Tron, so they might have the railroad just go under some kind of walkway. They might keep it how it is. We'll have to see, but I am very excited for Tron. This is in fact a very rare sight here for the Magic Kingdom. No line at all for Space Mountain. Here we go. Oh, yeah, see that? No lights.
That's freaking awesome.
What the heck? There's no lights. This is even worse.
Safety, please do not sit on the moving handrail. For your safety, please do not sit on...
Who can tell me which legendary Disney attraction this is from? Leave a comment. Here's one of the new shirts here in the Space Mountain gift shop. Space is the place. We are now on the People Mover. There's what Walt envisioned Epcot to be. Experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Here is Space Mountain from the People Mover. Alright, so we are now in like the big building for Space Mountain. You might not be able to see a whole lot, but we're gonna try to see if we can get some projections on camera. Is that it over there? One of the...
Yeah, that's it right there on the left.
There's some of the projections, but it's a little hard to see.
Yes.
High five! No! Hey, I saw the People Mover cone! I saw it!
And escape to otherworldly heights.
Wait time sign is not on.